Anyhow, listen, I want to thank you all personally for taking the time to get on this call tonight. Greatly appreciate you all being here tonight. And we are going to talk about Split the Winnings. This is a pretty incredible concept, actually. We have an exclusive on the internet. There's no other company in the world like this. We're rocking it out. Very first 5.5 hours that we launched this a few weeks back, we had over, I don't know, 887 people or 867 people. I can't quite keep track, but the very first commission run a few days later was $22,000. So congratulations to those of you that are rocking it out and building the business and getting some interest out there. It's a real honor and treat to be able to work with you all. So anyhow, let's talk about Split the Winnings. People ask, what is it? What's it all about? Well, that's a great question. Let's see if we can figure out what it's all about here right now. Okay, so what it is about is really simple. It's a mass ticket lottery club. All right. It's a mass ticket lottery club. No different than a bunch of employees getting together at 9 to 5 job, chipping in some money, saying, hey guys, hey gals, you want to chip in some money? It's going to be a big lottery draw tonight with Powerball or Mega Millions or something like that. Everybody put in 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks, whatever it is in the pot. And if we happen to win, we're going to split it. And that's exactly how it works. But what we did is we saw that concept and saw people from factories to car dealerships to legal offices winning money doing that, these co-ops. We thought, why not create a global worldwide co-op online, bring people together all over the world in order to make some money. And I think we can do that with what we have going on here. So what Split the Winnings does as a company is they go out and become our ticket agent. They go out and they buy the tickets, and it doesn't matter what state you live in. Your ticket is purchased on a digital matter. So it's not like you're purchasing it in state, you're purchasing it out of state. And it's all digital. It's all uploaded to the back office. You're going to go pick your six numbers, whatever that may be. And it's all bought and paid for with the contributions of all our members. And that is bought by Split the Winnings. A representative goes out physically, buys the tickets, uploads them to a back office, and we're ready to rock and roll. So what's in it for you? I guess the big question is what's in it for you if you decide to participate in something like this and make the correct decision from a business point of view and a monetary point of view? Well, it's a great question. You have the opportunity to play up on to 160 tickets. So what does that mean? It means you're going to own a percentage in the co-op of potentially 160 tickets. All right. And if you take a look at those 160 tickets, they have a value of about 320 bucks. $2 a ticket times 160, and you're paying next to nothing for this. All right. Your price tag, your contribution is not even close to anything close to the true dollar value of what the tickets are going to be here. And I'll lay that out for you here in a few minutes. So we also built in a referral program that is absolutely phenomenal. I was always thinking, for the last several weeks, I've been thinking of simple, easy ways that we can make money sitting online. We're all sitting in social media anyhow, whether you're sitting on Facebook all day, wouldn't it be great to earn some money while you're doing that? Create a generic, entertaining, fun-loving program, not a threat to any other business opportunity in the world, because we are the only company that has this. Nobody else has anything like this the way we have it here right now. So we thought, let's put a built-in pay plan and financially reward people for being a part of the business outside of any ticket wins that could possibly happen. So who are we? Well, we're a group of network marketers that have been in the industry for a long time. I've been doing this stuff for 47 years. Tracy's been doing it for over 25 years, Jeremy over 20 years. We've had a great run, and we decided, hey, you know what? Let's create something unique, exciting, different that the industry's never seen before, while everyone's kind of pitching and trying to recruit and sponsor people on all these stereotypical same me programs and same me business opportunities. Let's do a one of a kind here, and we pulled it off, and we want to do it globally, worldwide. Doesn't matter what country in the world you live in, you can come and play with us, have fun. Okay, so when we put it together, we said, what are we going to do? What lottery are we going to choose? Well, there was a number of lotteries we could have chose, but we decided to choose the biggest lottery in the world, Powerball. Why? Because financially it made sense. It fit the pay plan, fit the pay structure of what it is we wanted to do. $2 a ticket. And, Powerball is a big name, globally speaking, worldwide. If we could ride the coattails on the name Powerball and not have to pay them for advertising dollars, and the reason why we don't have to do that is we're sending them tens of thousands of dollars every month anyhow to buy their product. So legally by law, we have to tell you where your money's going. So it's kind of neat to be able to say Powerball and not like, some name that they would make up for a business opportunity online. We are running with the biggest opportunity in the world with Powerball. So imagine getting paid to play the lottery. I mean, think about the potency of that line. Imagine getting paid to play the lottery, unleash the power of collective luck, multiply your Powerball tickets, multiply your chances of winning, and get paid daily, potentially daily, to be a part of this program. All right, and earn some money. And I'll lay that out for you here in a second. Okay, some fun facts. Did you know about 360 million people in North America, Canada, the United States buy one lottery ticket each year? I would say it's probably more than that, but that seems to be the generic statistic. And lotteries, digital lotteries, are on a rise all over the world on the internet. I mean, people are playing from Asia into different lottery programs out of Vegas, or different sites and things like that. So as long as you're in the digital world, borders are pretty much imaginary as far as I'm concerned. So digital lotteries are on the rise. They're booming. The U.S. lottery industry alone saw a staggering $113.3 billion in 2023, and lotteries generate money for all great causes, whether it be the government, the organization, the winners of the product, or definitely, a great charitable cause. And it's really funny how people are tapping into lotteries now. Major corporations are doing it. Up here in Canada, we have something called Tim Hortons, and they have a lottery on their cups. It's called Roll Up the Rim. McDonald's up here in Canada, I can't speak for the US, but in Canada, you have a lottery with McDonald's. You know what the lottery is? You can win cash prizes, you can win French fries, you can win trips, you can win cars, you can win all kinds of stuff. And it's called Monopoly. So it's amazing to see these lotteries exploding all over the world. It's going to be a wave of a future, I think, for people to raise money as the economy's going, totally whacked out here. I think more and more people are going to be educated. Takes a little bit of time, a little bit of a paradigm shift. People have been brainwashed for years not to understand the power of leveraging money. So hopefully we can be a catalyst in bringing people back to reality, and lotteries are by far the best way to do it. What if you stopped losing and started winning? That's the beauty of a lottery pool. The math is really simple. The more tickets that we buy as a group, as a membership, the higher the odds of winning. Here's the anatomy of a lottery pool. It's really simple. What we do is we formulate these things called lottery pool teams. We develop teams. You're going to be on a team. We have multiple teams here, and you'll be on one in particular. Each team member chips in a set amount of money, and the set amount of money, you don't have to worry about that. It's not going to break the bank or anything like that. It's affordable for every man, woman, child, single parent on welfare, second, third world country, and every street person, homeless person on the planet could afford to be a part of this program if they really wanted to, and I'm not kidding. That's no hype, no smoke and mirrors, no exaggeration. It's nothing for them, all right? Transparency. We made it totally transparent, all tickets that are chosen. So what happens is you go in the back office, you're going to see 6 empty balls. In those empty balls, you're going to pick a number, digital numbers. You can pick 6. You got to pick 6. And if you don't want to pick them, hit the quick pick number, and then you'll see the digital numbers just go, and they'll just basically set themselves up. So you have 6 permanent numbers you're going to be playing every week, okay? The winnings, 20% to the winner, 20% to each upline through 3 levels. I'll explain that accordingly, and 2-3 extra pages ahead of us here. So it's 20% to the winner, so I'll give you a hypothetical. If we won $100 million, whoever picked the winning numbers in the co-op would get $20 million. Their team would get $20 million each, which would be 3 other people. And the company would get $20 million because the company facilitates everything. Company has dished out over $60,000 to build this program and the sister program to make this a reality for all of us. None of us had to pay any money for that. Company did that. That's pretty cool. So they're a part of the partnership here as well. Okay, we work together in friendship and spirit. What else did I want to tell you? Well, I'll tell you coming up here soon. Okay, yes, we are a lottery club worldwide, and we want to split the winnings with everybody. It's really important that networkers come together instead of creating all these divisions out there. I'm in this company. My company's better than yours. No, I'm in this company. No, I'm in that company. I can't do anything else. This is not about that, all right? This is a fun, entertaining Friday night out business opportunity, an incredible side gig, not a threat, not a competition, not to alter your state of mind in any way from your other business opportunity. Okay, so here's how it works. Join the club. Become a member for $29.99 USD per month. All right. You get 4 weeks to play. One time $10 setup fee. Okay. $29 works out to $1 a day. I don't know about you guys, but I spend more than $1 a day on things I probably shouldn't spend more than $1 a day on. If somebody could just stop and look in the mirror and say, "Could I put $1 a day aside to do this?" That would be a wonderful thing. It's really simple. Even a third world country person can do it, and definitely a homeless person can do it, because I see them with McDonald's and cigarettes and alcohol all throughout the day. Don't mean to bring that into the presentation, but you know what? I want to keep this real. I'm tired of people saying they can't afford anything when they're full of crap. Okay, $29.99, $1 a day. It's legally by law tax deductible. Put it on a credit card, no problem. You got 30 days to pay the credit card company back. If you decide to build the program, you can do what other people did. Some people made $3,000, $4,000 their first 48 hours in the program. One person made over $8,000 their first week. The $29.99 becomes a joke after a while. It's probably one of the biggest jokes on the internet that we have the lowest cost business opportunity with this type of pay structure. So pretty simple, pretty easy. $29 is not a threat to anyone. You get 4 primary ticket plays per month. Okay, you get to play 4 tickets per month. I'll explain that in a second. And you own 20% share of a potential 160 Powerball tickets. So out of that $29 a month, you get a complete 100% turnkey system, lead capture pages, postcards, marketing equipment, everything you need. You're getting like access to a $57,000 piece of machinery. You're not paying anything for it. And you're getting access to owning potentially 160 Powerball tickets, 20% of, and the opportunity to make money. There's nothing like this on the internet. Nothing. Zero. Okay, so watch what we did here to help people make money. The whole idea here, when I created this program in my head with Jeremy, I originated the idea, and then Jeremy kind of enhanced it and made some things a little bit better in some areas. The idea was to get people used to making money. I've been in this game for 47 years, and what most people are used to doing is not making money. So I wanted to go through a desensitization process, help people feel comfortable making a little bit of money, even if it was only $500, even if it was only $700-800, that makes a world of good to a lot of people out there. So what we did is we said, let's get rid of all the other compensation plans out there in the industry that promote, you got to build this, you got to build that, you got to jump through all the hoops, you got to jump through all the hurdles, you got to put one here, you got to put one there, you got to build these massive teams. Forget about that. We wanted this to be done at a grade 2 7-year-old level. So get paid on a 3x3 force matrix. I'll explain what that is to you in the next page. A 3x3 force matrix goes you 3, 9, 27, done. You max out the pay plan. 39 people on your team. You can earn up to $4 per sale. Now, one of the things that was really important to us is we wanted to wipe out the sponsoring requirements. Why? Because every other company forces you to sponsor in order to get some money, like 25 cents. You got to sponsor 800 people. I'm being sarcastic there, but you know what I'm saying? You can get paid whether you brought somebody in or not, should people happen to fall into your team, through the work efforts of other people working above you. So the matrix pays out $141, 39 sales. You can earn a full-time income, part-time business, and you also own 20% in the winnings. Now, let me talk about the winnings here very quickly. Since January 1st, 2025, just a few weeks ago, we've had over 1,270 winners. Not big prize winners, but we've had over 1,270 small cash prize winners. And we had 3 people this year in 2025. This is why I am driving this program, putting good positive energy into it, because we had 3 people that picked 4 out of 6 numbers this year, just in the last 8 weeks. 3 people. All right. So we are getting closer to the grand finale. Basically, while other people are buying products on the internet that's not putting money in their pockets, we've got tickets that millions and millions of people every week buy. And these tickets, which are legitimately, legally by law, a product, you're paying for a product, you're paying for a service product, paper, numbers, digital, you're in the lottery. Deductible, by the way. The really cool thing about it is we have a product that if we do happen to have a winner, name one other company out there in the industry that has the potential to pay out $195 million like last week. $700 million like in the past. $1.7 billion in a Powerball draw. This is where I want to be. I want to be in a money-oriented business where I have an opportunity to blow the lid off everything. You can't do that in any other business opportunity, digital or physical. Only with these tickets can that be done. So you're sitting there and you're looking at that, you're saying, well, $141, how do you live off of that? I'm not finished yet. All right, let me show you the breakdown here. Okay, here's the real blueprint, the monetary blueprint, all science, no hype, no smoke and mirrors, no manipulation. These are just the mathematical numbers that we would present to grade school kids. All right, so more money blueprint, potential money earnings per level on the left side. So you've got 3 sales. So it all starts with you. If you put your name right there in that empty spot, you can see my cursor moving. Put your name in that empty spot. So if your name was Barb and you brought in 3 people who brought in 3 people who brought in 3 people, game over, it's done. 3, 9, 27. 3 who get 3 who get 3. Total of 39 people. Pays out $2, $3, $4 times X equals 141 bucks. So there's $141 right there. What did it cost? $29.99. So if I said to you right now, I'll send every single one of you $141 in return for you sending me $29.99, are you going to tell me you wouldn't do that? I don't think so. All right. I don't believe we have, mental health issues on this line tonight, but I'm just stating that everyone logically would send $29.99 to buy $141 if you were to use that model for illustration purposes only. So anyhow, bottom line is there's $9 being paid out there, right? Out of the $29, we have 2, 3 is 5, and 4 is 9. So there's $9 being paid out of the $29.99 here. And then, oh, by the way, we have 100% matching bonus on all personally sponsored. What does that mean? It means we pay out another $9, which brings us up to 18 out of the $29.99. We pay out another $9 out of the $29.99. A matching bonus is where, let's say you enrolled me into the business and I made $117, or I made $76, or I made $32, you're going to get 100% match on that. So whatever I make, you make within my matrix, okay? That's 100% matching bonus. And anyone else you bring in, if you happen to bring in 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people, we have one person that brought in 170 plus. They have 170 matching bonuses coming their way every time money is spent. Isn't that amazing? So imagine 170 times, I don't know, let's say $100. That's some pretty good money coming in every single month for them. So anyhow, let's take a look at the potential Powerball tickets here. That is absolutely, this is the most genius part of the program, I think, anyhow. So you got 3 sales, 9 sales, 27 sales on the right side. Multiply that times 4 weeks. You got 3 times 4 equals 12. 9 times 4 equals 36. 27 times 4 equals 108. Total potential Powerball tickets, 160. Potential value, $320. Where can you walk into an agency and get 160 tickets potentially for $29.99? It's amazing when you really understand what's happening here. So when you take a look at this here, there's $9 being paid out there, $9 being paid out here in the 100% matching bonus, and the tickets cost $2 each times 4 weeks, $8. There's $26 being paid out of the $29.99, not including hosting, serving, websites, not including merchant account fees and everything that goes along with it, banking fees, everything right there. That's about a 93, 94% payout. Okay? Now I want to show you something really cool. Don't tell anyone I showed you this. You ready? Here we go. Okay, what I want to show you is this. Quad pack benefits, admin fee waived. If you want to buy a quad pack like many of us did, I thought maybe 10 to 15% of the people would do this. Last I saw, 68% of the people did this. Blew my mind. Didn't think human beings would be this strategic to be able to pull this off, but they did. Quad pack benefits, admin fee waived. 4 positions, we waive $40. No $10 fee times 4. $119.96 a month. You own 4 pieces of real estate. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one pays out. Okay, let's look at these ones. C1, C2, C3 maxed out. They would pay out $141 each, or $423. See that? C1, C2, C3. No qualifications. Earn $423, potentially speaking. Add your top position, that brings it up to like 578 or something like that, because $141 again, where or 574, I don't know. I'm not good at math. And it's another $141 anyhow. Anyhow, so you're rocking right there. So you're pulling in, some serious money right there. And then guess what? Because you own this position and you own this position and you own this position, and you own this position, you sponsored yourself, you sponsored yourself, you sponsored yourself. Any money that rolls or filters up through there, you're capitalizing on 4 monetary payrolls right there. And you're getting the matching bonus on 1, 2, 3 automatically, not including any outside matching bonuses you're getting. You got 987. So if you knew every single month you could have $987 coming into your household, I know it's not a lot of money, but you know what? That would pay rent for somebody. That would buy, for our American friends, that would buy you a dozen eggs down there in the US. Okay, that would buy you something. That would pay your bills, pay your cell phone bill. That would basically cover a lot of primary expenses on a monthly basis. All right. And that's not including, if you enroll somebody else and you enroll somebody else and you enroll somebody else. Like I told you, we had some people make over one person make over $8,000 first 5 days in the business. Never mind 987. So do you think they weren't happy spending $119? They didn't spend 29. They spent 119 to make 8,000. Some people spent 119 to make 800. Some people spent 119 to make 2284. Some people spent 119 to make $224. It doesn't matter. It's all irrelevant. Don't let the money part of anything rob you of your financial future and enjoying life. The way I do it is I don't even look at that and say that's $119. You know what I did? It allowed me to make a lot of money when I changed my mindset. Do you want to know what I did to change my mindset? I got rid of the dollar sign and I said it's only 119 points. 119 points, like on a video game, 119.96 points, like on a video game, for me to pull in, $3,000-$4,000 or 3,000 or 4,000 points a month. All right? Like this whole thing about money, it's amazing how much power money has over people's lives. Just the mention of money causes people to pop brain cells and throw them into, chaos. Who cares what it costs? Just buy it. If you want it, buy it. If it's $29, buy it. If it's $3, buy it. If it's $4, buy it. My daughter buys everything. Everything she sees with her eyes, she buys it. She's only 18 years old. And we have trucks pulling up my driveway probably twice a day with clothing and everything. She just buys whatever she wants. She's not concerned about money because she makes enough of it to buy whatever she wants. And that's the way people should be thinking in life. People shouldn't be handicapping themselves or mentally crippling themselves over 119 points or 29 points or 5 points or 10 points. We need to be a little bit more strategic in our lifestyle and stop the pain, stop the suffering, and rock it out. So anyhow, let me show you some of the numbers here. So if you happen to use some of the technology we have in the back office, AI technology you can subscribe to, these are some of the numbers that can be generated. We've got co-ops, we've got lead generation going. There's the type of monthly incomes you can make. I'm not going to name it all, but go ahead and look at it right there with your eyes. 10, 25, 50, 100. There's the type of money you can make. All right. If you want to. If you don't want to, you won't make that type of money. I promise you that. Just say, no, I'm not interested in making that type of money. I promise you. Once you put that affirmation into play in your subconscious mind, you are doomed. You can never make that type of money ever until reprogramming takes place. All right. So we got a great thing happening here. Welcome to Split the Winnings. 29 points, 29.99 points you're in, 119.99 points you're in. This thing is smoking hot and it's fun. It's exciting. It's bringing people together and it's a fun little side gig. It's better than the game Monopoly.